What's up, me Raandigars? We're back with another Persona 4 video. I have to do that, the Persona 4 gameplay. But let's continue. I made this post. Time for the Golden. See what I did there? What are your thoughts on Persona 4 Golden? Do you think it should get a remake or not? Also, do you love Persona 4 or not? Comment below and I'll make a video on it when and if this post gets enough comments. You guys have been crazy with the recent support, so thank you for that again. And I made this post because I think one more post like this I'll make relating Persona 6, then I'll stop these posts until like next hot take next month or something. But like, I made this post because in the community after P3 Reload there's been everything like FMC remake, Persona 1-2 remake, Persona 4 remake, and like Persona 6 announcement, stuff like that, and with Midori leaking and stuff. Hope you're enjoying this video as well. Yeah. I think Zetkiakui 2090 said the same thing in the FMC version, right? Yes. Indeed. Yes. Also, I hate that there's a background like bikes and stuff outside my home. But alright. Phantom Malgus 2291. Again, please forgive me if I'm mispronouncing your name. I love Persona 4 Golden. This is one of my favorite games of all time despite its shortcomings. Okay. The one I have played multiple playthroughs and still find enjoyment from. I have also played Persona 4 Golden twice. So that is facts. For the remake, considering the adaptation of the answer and the frankly unnecessary changes of characters to appease the new audience, as well as basically making Persona 3 into a Persona 5 more gameplay wise, okay, I fear that the game would be even easier than it already is. Yeah, we get it, I have updates, shut up. True, but I feel like Atlus, if you look at the answer, it is pretty difficult for what it is. Like, it is, I wouldn't say, oh my god, it's tough like the PS2, but it is, like, compared to the base game of Reload, it is comparatively difficult. So I feel like Atlus heard that and they're like, okay, yeah, we gotta do something. Rest in peace, Shuffle Time. Not to mention the obliterating of characters like Kanji, Naoto, and Yosuke, the lower-most liked characters of the game, and literally represent the themes of the game and self-acceptance. Yes, this is something I have made a video on. Like, when they remove the trans, I want to talk about that. I don't know if this guy is talking about that. I'm assuming yes because of Yosuke. But the reason I'm saying this is they removed the P3 trans joke, which is understandable because it doesn't affect the story. It's just there, like, who cares? It's the same issue if they remove the Persona 5 jokes. I think it was the trans joke or the gay joke. I don't remember. It's been long. If they remove that from these two, nothing changes. It's fine. It's held there. This is a problem with, this is problematic because this actually relates to the theme of Persona 4 and also shows the reason why Kanji respects Narukami. Because I have said this before, if you're at Kanji's level 6 or 5, something like that, and you know, in dungeon conversations, if you don't keep Kanji and Yosuke in your team and find them in a room or on the floor, like, Yosuke will be like, hey, why don't you respect me like you respect the main character, Narukami, to Kanji? It adds up. So, maybe my thing is, maybe tone it down, but keep it in for those that want it. But at the same time, I don't know how they'll, like, handle this situation. Just literally on that. The others are like, I feel like they won't obliterate Kanji or Naoto. I feel like these two they won't do. Because I don't think they're changing the dungeons and stuff. The literal most liked characters of the game literally represent the themes of the game and self-acceptance. Pete Studio has proven themselves with amazing content like Persona 5 Royal Third Semester and little new story bits in P3R. Make your own ideas in Persona 6 already instead of ruining classics. Doesn't help that P3 Fest isn't easily available officially and that the only way to experience some sort of semblance of the OG game is a hot mess of a port that is seemingly made bad on purpose for the elevation of Reload. Oh yeah, the AI of Portable. Yeah, the AI I think was used to make it. This is something I gotta add. If we'll get Persona 4 Remake first, and we'll get Golden with DLC. I think something Final Fantasy 16 did as well, similar to what Persona does. Basically, it's like you have to do certain situations in the story to unlock this DLC story. I think they can just do that. And I would prefer that instead of like Persona 4 Remake Golden or something like that. Greatest video game of all time? Yes. Bro, he is everywhere, bro. That is everywhere. I like this guy. Siva Bulusu. Honestly, I didn't play P4G. Okay, I originally plan on playing P4G for the Switch. However, considering the success of P3, I know we are getting a remake for P4. I would say yes, but I feel like if you can somehow buy on sale or something, do play Persona 4 Golden, because the remake, how do I put this? I don't think the remake is coming like soon. It's coming later rather than sooner. Usually people say sooner rather than later. I'm saying later rather than sooner because, in my opinion, the way I think Atlus will handle this is Atlus is going to announce Persona 6 and Persona 3 Reload Switch 2 port first. So I don't think we'll get it in 2025. Maybe a 2026 trailer and then a 2027 release. This is what I feel like. Or maybe Atlus will go back to its original roots and, year of Persona, and like give other IPs nothing. I don't know. Because I'm 100% confident that we are getting P4R. Here's the thing. Those, like, the only thing that's in limbo is FMC. Everything else is gonna get remake. Persona 1, Persona 2, Persona 4. People are saying, oh, they won't. Like, no. This is not. Everything except for FMC is guaranteed to get a remake. Because we don't know what they're planning for FMC. They might be planning something, but it's not it's not even the theory. It's just hope is that the Switch 2 version, they release FMC and the collector's edition is a Makoto and FMC figure. But that's it. Like, we do know when they'll release it with Switch, they're gonna give us a new edition or something, maybe. But yeah, Persona 4 Reboot is the name. I think it's a fan made, right? Name. It's Persona 4 Rewind because it's a TV rewind button, stuff like that. I decided that I'll begin my P4 journey with P4R. I know that game is getting a remake. Yeah, this is obvious. I do hope they will include the golden content in the remake for the base game. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. They can do a DLC easily. A lot of people don't know this, but when Persona 3 Fest came out in Japan, like, if you own the original game, they gave you Fest DLC. Like, they did something with the game, or they just gave you the Fest version for free, or like with some additional cost only, something like that. I don't remember. So the Atlus was way out of its time. Now Atlus is way behind the time. Like, it's easily do DLC, man. Like, I don't know. With DLC being like Elden Ring did $40 DLC. Now I'm not saying do it $40, obviously not. But like, if money is an issue, there are DLCs that are way expensive. Just pointing it out there. But I'm adding this in. I feel like what my theory is, because the way I looked at Persona 3, but here's the thing, it's still weird because they did not expect Persona 3 to get this much success. What they're gonna do with remakes, they're gonna do like these additional content would be DLCs. But then, like, with Persona 6, it's gonna be like Persona 6 Diamond, Persona 6 Platinum. Like, when we get Persona 2 Eternal Punishment, I feel like the Tatsuya additional stories or whatever in that are like gonna be DLC. Like, that's my theory. But then, like, the game would be, Persona 2 Innocent Sin and Eternal Punishment. Sadly, I also see when they release Persona 1, like, Snow Queen Quest might be a DLC, something like that. But yeah, I'm not sure about that, considering Atlus wanted to have P3 or a remake of the vanilla P3 and added the Fest content as DLC. This is because this is also apparent they did not expect Persona 3 to do this well. I'll say this again, I love Reload, but Reload shouldn't have been the first remake because it has a lot of content. Atlus did not take this seriously, and now they're like, oh yeah, and everything is in limbo. They better not do any release for that game, and should include that game on Switch 2 from day one. This is gonna happen. It's gonna be included on Switch 2 day one. It's just the Switch wasn't powerful enough for Reload, and like, here's the thing. Developers knew about the Switch 2. They just did not want to focus on Switch 1, a lot of them, because, in my opinion, because it's one of those things where would they rather focus on Switch 1 or just wait for Switch 2 and just release their games with like less hard work and optimization than releasing on Switch 1. Yeah, and we already seen how so many games look terrible on Switch 1. Looking at you, Mortal Kombat 1. Here we go. Persona 4 is a really good game, but I think it would definitely do with a remake, maybe even more so than Persona 3 needed one, if you don't count the fact that Fest never released on modern consoles. I think Persona 3 needed it more than P4, but okay. The writing in Persona 4 is very mixed. Sometimes it can be really well done, while at other times it makes me want to distance myself from the stupid stuff that's going on. That is, I like the stupid stuff. My main issue is, this is where Atlus started to decide, oh yeah, social links should be separate. Like, social links are like, shouldn't be separate, and they're part of the character's development. So like, every side character sucks, most of them. Like Yosuke, Naoto, and they're good and Teddy are good writing wise, but then it's like most of the characters suck because they're, yeah, if you want to know more about them, you have to do their social link. Like P3 did it well. Persona 4 and 5 were like, yeah, Atlus just said, yeah, no way. The story is good, but has some elements that are somewhat unrealistic or contrived, like how you, Yosuke, and Chie just trip and fall into TV at the beginning of the game. Well, not... I wouldn't say it's unrealistic. I know this sounds weird, but bro, my friends are idiots. Like, maybe it's just me, but like, me and my friends are idiots. We would fall into TV like that. But they didn't just trip. Like, they were like panicking and stuff. Like, I guess they can do it like, oh right, people are here. What do we do? I guess we just need to push him inside the TV and then think about how to save him. But then when they push him inside, though, that's like evil. I don't know. Okay. How at the beginning of the game, and how the victim always managed to say, "You are nothing like me," and summon the boss. Oh yeah, this is just, yeah, this is a meme at this point. And summon the boss without group really doing anything. Stop it. Honestly, this was done well in Naruto, where Kanji's like, okay, come on guys, just let her do it, man. Like, we all got to face our truth, so let her do it too. Like, that was, I guess that was good in Naruto's dungeon, where Kanji just like, come on, man. So I think if they remade Persona 4, there's a lot that they could do to tweak the story. I mean, this is problematic because Persona 4 was made in a year or two, I think. And you don't expect Persona games, especially JRPG games, to be made that quickly. They did that with a lot of cutting and here and there. Do a lot to tweak the story a bit and rewrite many of the more controversial and weird scenes. Kashiwagi. God. It would also be nice to have high quality 3D models of all the P4 cast, because the P4D ones honestly look kind of strange to me. Yeah, I mean, that's because it's Vita graphics, and then when they modernize it, if you're playing it on PS4 and PS5, they look weird because they were never made for that. It's like basically if you pick a 3DS game and play it on TV. I mean, the 3DS games would look worse, but like, it's close to that. To clarify, when I say rewrite the controversial, I do not mean remove any of the potentially divisive content and word down like Persona 3 did. Reload did in a few cases. The beach scene was fine. I don't know. That's the only scene that comes into mind, the trans joke. That was fine because at this point I feel like that didn't involve the story. But Persona 4, it's like, dang, how do they do that? I just mean they could change how some story beats and character interactions play out to better represent the characters and be better for modern audiences. There are some things that make it clear P4 was written over 16 years ago. Yes, I wish they could clear up any confusion about certain elements of people's characters or arcs, like having Yosuke not be weird to Kanji so people stop thinking he's homophobic, and more clearly separating out his feelings and gender identity from being transgender, as she isn't. And if you look at it from the perspective which I would kind of understand, it sounds like it's probably more no. This is true. A lot of people don't understand this. Playing Persona games is like using a time machine. You go to the time. A lot of people gotta understand. I know people are gonna hate this, but I'm adding this right now. Most of you people back like this era, gay jokes existed. You can even go watch old Smosh. I don't know if you guys even know Smosh, but like, go watch old content creators. Gay jokes existed. And go watch old news and stuff. This whole gender thing about females being less important, the pay gap, these problems are of that time. This is 2011, Persona 4 is based. And when it was released, it was 2009 or 10, something like that. I don't know. Maybe it was 12. I don't know. But these things existed back then. Now people look at it, oh, she's trans. This is like, if Persona 6 released with this, yeah, you can make the argument that this is a direct conveying to transgender. And if Persona like 6 released with this, yes, same thing. What people would think. But this was an actual issue in society back in the day. Like the Naruto, like females getting like pay gap and stuff, and like gay jokes. This is an actual thing back in the day. People don't understand. Like, I feel like a lot of people that played it either don't like don't remember it, or like, or I don't want to say kids, but like are one of the new generation which didn't look into this stuff. But this is something you gotta understand. Playing Persona is like being in a time machine. Like they have flip phones, they have box TVs, they have like DVD players, they have like CDs, they have everything. Like stuff like that exists. So I can understand people like not understanding it in that fashion, because you don't think anybody understands. And I don't think this is a hurtful message. When you wrote this, yeah, to me it clear, because like these things existed back in the day. A lot of people might not think of it now, but like, bro, those who were in that era know. And it wasn't, some of them weren't hateful, but like people didn't care. Like go watch so many like videos where people will use so many words that are controversial now. It's not even just gay and trans jokes or like the gender thing. Like that 2011 and 10 was wild, bro. Like you guys gotta be there to experience that. But hope you enjoyed this video. I made this point long, I'm sorry about that, but hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, click on the bell. Tell me, what do you think? This Persona 4 deserve a remake, or what changes would you add, or stuff like that? This was good. This I respect. This is something I respected, and this as well. But tell me in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, click on the bell. I'll see you guys next time with another Persona Shin Megami Dragon Ball Fairy Tail video. Consider subscribing. I'm trying to make this YouTube thing actual thing. I'm looking here to stop recording. Stay safe, stay healthy. Bye.